Good day, everyone. Today's video is on 10 interesting facts about Geordi La Forge from Star Trek: The Next Generation. Geordi was a very kind soul and seemed to be the heart of the crew and, well, fixed the heart of the Enterprise, the Warp Core. So, let's get into it. Number 1. Geordi La Forge was born on February 16th, 2335 in Somalia, to parents Captain Sylva La Forge and noted exozoologist Commander Edward M. La Forge. Due to a birth defect, he was born blind. As an adult, he stood 170 centimeters or approximately 5 feet 7 inches tall and was right-handed. Number 2. Sometime prior to 2340, Geordi was trapped alone in a burning building. He later remembered this as one of his most frightening moments of his life. When he was 5 years old, Geordi received his first visor, which allowed him to see, although not the same way the average human does, for the first time in his life. At age 8, Geordi was brought his first pet, a Carcisian cat, and he remembered his excitement for years to come. Number 3. Young Geordi spent time with both of his parents as a child, sometimes separately. For a time, Geordi lived with his father, Edward, while Edward studied invertebrates in the Modian system. On other occasions, Geordi was away from his father, on outposts near the Romulan neutral zone with his mother Sylva. Geordi went to Zephram Cochrane High School sometime prior to 2353. Number 4. He attended Starfleet Academy from 2353 to 2357, where he excelled at engineering and idolized Zephram Cochrane. Among his reading during the Academy, La Forge read about the USS Stargazer. Number 5. La Forge graduated with a Starfleet specialty in antimatter power and dilithium regulators. His first deep space assignment was as an ensign aboard the USS Victory under Captain Zambada. In 2362, La Forge participated in the investigation of the disappearance of the Federation colony on Tarchanian 3. Number 6. La Forge later transferred to the USS Hood, where he served under Captain Robert DeSoto. On the Hood, La Forge knew William T. Riker, but only professionally. Riker knew La Forge the longest of all of his shipmates aboard the Enterprise, and the two developed a close friendship during their later years together at that assignment. At one point in his career as a young officer, La Forge was assigned to pilot Jean-Luc Picard on an inspection tour. En route to the destination, Picard made an offhand remark about the shuttle's engine efficiency not being what it should be. In response to this, La Forge stayed up all night refitting the shuttle's fusion initiators. When Picard discovered what La Forge had done the following morning, he knew immediately that he wanted La Forge with him on his next command. Number 7. In 2364, he was named Con Officer on the USS Enterprise D under Captain Jean-Luc Picard. In 2365, La Forge was promoted to full lieutenant. He transferred from the Command Division to the Operations Division and was named Chief Engineer. Over the course of the next several years, it became evident that his transfer was a wise decision. His technical and analytical abilities, versatility, and his cooperative leadership style were very well suited to the requirements of a senior engineering officer aboard a major starship. Just 1 year later, in 2366, he was promoted to lieutenant commander. Number 8. In 2371, while on an away team investigating the Amargosa Observatory with Lieutenant Commander Data, Geordi was knocked unconscious by Tolan Soran. Soran then kidnapped Geordi and escaped aboard a Klingon bird of prey. The Klingons traded him for Picard. They put a spy device in Geordi's visor and used it to obtain the shield's frequency of the Enterprise. The device was removed after the destruction of the Klingon ship, but unfortunately, the damage suffered from the Klingons caused a coolant leak which he was unable to fix. This meant a warp core breach was imminent, and also meant the inevitable destruction of the Enterprise. Number 9. After the destruction of the Enterprise D, he transferred to the new Sovereign-class USS Enterprise E in 2372. He and the Enterprise then spent a year on a shakedown cruise. Sometime between 2371 and 2373, he received ocular implants capable of even more impressive functions than his visor. This advanced technology no longer required an external apparatus to see. In 2379, Geordi took part in the Enterprise's mission to Romulus. After a fierce battle with the Scimitar, he helped his best friend Data in his task of self-sacrifice to save the Enterprise crew. As of 2399, retired Admiral Picard still considered La Forge a loyal colleague who would not hesitate to join him on a mission if asked. Number 10. La Forge had a great talent for engineering and a keen judgment for needed modifications in the field. As a junior officer, his special abilities included antimatter power, dilithium regulators, holodeck programs, and climate control computers. His intense focus enabled him to master the complexities of warp engineering and other starship systems. He could adapt to change easily and was very satisfied with life. He enjoyed the senior officer's weekly poker game, and though his artificial eyes allowed him to detect bluffing and see his opponent's cards in the ultraviolet spectrum, he never peeked until a hand was over. He also delighted in scale model building of old sailing ships, chess, swimming, skin diving, the history of his profession, and fencing. I do hope you liked this video on Geordi. I always loved his character. He was so kind to pretty much everyone, even people that may not have deserved his kindness. So let me know what you think of Geordi in the comment section. Consider subscribing to the channel and become a member of the channel. Take care and have a great day.